What's up guys, it's time for part 2 of my Plex Showdown where I'll be showing you Plex for the Nvidia Shield TV. I decided to pick one of these up since I found it on sale on Amazon.com for $199 with the remote. That deal is still good and I'm leaving a link down below if you're interested in picking one up. So we'll get into a quick unboxing, followed by the Plex app for this Android TV platform. After peeling up the tabs on the top and bottom, we can slip off the cover to reveal the device. We'll set that aside for now and take a look at the other contents. Underneath the device, we have a game controller which has a trackpad at the bottom, an Nvidia button which wakes the controller and Shield when touched, and also activates the Google Now voice feature when touched. At the top of the controller, we've got a micro USB plug for charging and a headphone jack for private listening. We've got some literature, an included micro USB cord, and an HDMI cord, which is a nice touch in my opinion. The power cord, I imagine, comes with whatever adapter is required based on your region. Taking a look at the back of the Shield, we've got inputs for expansion or auxiliaries like a mouse and keyboard, or simply charging your controller. The box will sit nicely flat with its rubber foot, or will sit on edge even without the stand that is sold separately. The only reason I got the box in the first place was because for the normal price of $200, I would also be getting a remote, although this device does have an IR receiver and therefore is able to be controlled by a universal remote should you choose. The remote is all metal construction with a volume slider at the bottom. At the very bottom there's a micro USB port for charging and a headphone jack for private listening. Below it you'll see the USB cable and literature to get it synced with your Shield. Plex comes preloaded so you can launch it right away and it loads very quickly. As you can see, you've got a familiar, although somewhat original layout for the main menu. On the left, you have a vertical carousel with library, continue watching, on deck, and recently added media, while on the right, you have the corresponding media tiles. The grouping of media is similar to Apple TV or Roku, but the presentation is closer to Plex Home Theater or Amazon Fire TV. Let's jump into the movies. At the top you have Browse, which is simply all of your movies, then recently released, recently added, followed by Continue Watching and some other categories below that. I kind of wish the Continue Watching was at the very top, if not closer to the top, but so far I'm not complaining too much about this layout. Clicking on Browse, you see a familiar layout with all of your titles in rows and columns with the added benefit of an alphabetical search on the left, which is the best feature of the Roku's movie browser in my opinion. Once you've selected a movie, you are presented with the movie info, options for playback, along with some other related movies below based on varying parameters. Notice that you don't have a dedicated resume button like the Apple TV. You get that option once you click the play button. In the playback menu, you have the option to fast forward or rewind at varying speeds, change the quality of the stream to avoid buffering if you have a poor Wi-Fi signal. You can display and change subtitles, change the audio stream, and you can loop the movie if you'd like. In addition, you can scrub through chapters simply by clicking down. I won't take much time going over TV shows as navigation is fairly straightforward. I'm going to a TV show here from my main menu via the On Deck menu. Once an episode is selected, you see the info menu and you've got a few options. You can add the episode to a playlist, go to the show, or go to that season of that show. You can also select other seasons from that show below the episode you have selected. The episode view is simply thumbnails with episode title. Playback options are identical to movie playback options. Aside from its fluid interface, Plex for the Shield has some nice extra features that I'll highlight. You'll notice that if I say something like, "Watch Rise of the Planet of the Apes," this will come up. However, if I say, "Continue watching Rise of the Planet of the Apes," then you can see it becomes available to watch in Plex. And you can see here that Plex for Apple TV does no such thing. You can voice search within Plex as well by simply pressing the voice search button on the remote or clicking the search icon in the main menu on the top left. Unfortunately for the Apple TV, voice search and Plex are almost mutually exclusive. One thing that the Apple TV does have over the Shield is the ability to fast forward or rewind with a voice command.
Fast forward 5 minutes.
Rewind 5 minutes. Lastly, I really like how the video plays in the background of the Shield main menu when you press the home button during playback. No other streaming device that I've tested does this. In conclusion, I think that if you want a box exclusively for Plex and you have some money to spend, grab the Nvidia Shield TV for sure. It is feature-rich and snappy, plus there are tons of other apps and features out there that I'll be getting into in future videos. Give me a like, remember to subscribe, and as always, thanks for watching.